At Christmas dinner, my grandfather lifted his glass and smiled down the candlelit table. "So," he said, almost playful, "do you like the house I bought you?" Every fork froze midair. I stared at him, breath snagging. What house? For a heartbeat, the room made no sound, like the world had been padded in snow. Then my mother's fingers slipped from her wine glass. Red spread across the linen in a soft, fatal bloom. Granddad's smile vanished. The chair legs shrieked as he pushed back. "Show me the deed, now." That was the moment tub and everything cracked. But none of them, not my mother, not my father, not even Granddad Edmund Keaton, knew this dinner had been planned long before they sat down. 2 weeks earlier, houses weren't on my mind. Rent was. Overdue notices, noodles again, the heater in my Portland studio rattling louder than the traffic. It was my place, thin-walled and stubborn, the only thing I paid for without a family lecture attached. Every December, my parents liked to send glossy proof that success loves them back. Ski trips, a new SUV, followed by a text advising me that independence builds character. My mother's messages began with darling and ended with a sting. I had learned that silence was the cheapest way to keep peace. Granddad Edmund was different. Disciplined, fair, the kind of quiet power that never needed a photo. When I was 22, he'd told me, "Someday, June, you'll have a place of your own." I assumed he meant advice, not a front door. A week before Christmas, he called with a tone I didn't recognize. "This year I have something special for you," he said. "Granddad, you don't have to—" "It's already done," he chuckled. I laughed, pretended the flutter in my chest was caffeine, and forgot until I couldn't. I didn't think about his promise again until an email slid into my inbox. "Congratulations on the successful sale of the Cedar Crest Lane property." Spam, I thought, until I saw the address. Years ago, Granddad had said that Hillside would fit your sunlight. My throat pinched. "Sold? To whom?" I called my mother, Lydia, and kept my voice bright. Random question, did Granddad ever buy something on Cedar Crest? A pause, the hush of someone covering the receiver. "No, June, the market collapsed that year. Nothing came of it." Then too quickly, "And be careful with strange emails, darling." She hung up before my goodbye landed. Fear has a temperature. Mine dropped the room 10 degrees. I traced the message to a Lake Oswego broker, phoned as a curious buyer, and listened while an agent named Evan confirmed a sale, 2 years ago, by Marcus Keaton. My father. My fingers went numb on the mug. The next morning, I drove through sleet to Granddad's office. His assistant, Naomi Park, met me with a careful smile that trembled at the edges. "He keeps saying how proud he is you settled into your place," she murmured. "The one on Cedar Crest." "Settled," I echoed, and Naomi slid a manila folder from her drawer like she'd been waiting for me. On the copy of the original deed, my name blazed. Behind it, a sale agreement with Marcus's signature across the bottom. That afternoon, I met Victor Hale, my grandfather's attorney. I told him enough to make his jaw harden. "Protect Edmund first," I said. "Then expose them." He nodded once. "I'll be at dinner." By Christmas night, my bag held the folder. My voice held steel. The table glittered. Edmund raised his glass, then set it down. "June," he asked again softer, "do you like the house I bought you?" "What house?" I said. Lydia's fork chimed. Marcus stared at the candles. Edmund's chair scraped. "Bring me the deed." No one moved. Naomi stepped from the side door with a brown envelope. Behind her, Victor Hale entered, coat dusted with snow. He opened it and laid papers between the platters. "Original purchase. Buyer June Keaton," he said. Flip. "Subsequent sale. Seller Marcus Keaton. Funds diverted through a holding account." Lydia reached for my hand. I drew back. "You told him I'd moved in." "We were managing it," Marcus said. "She wasn't ready." "Ready for what?" I said. "A key?" Edmund's hand trembled once. He stood. "From this night on, you do not speak for her." He pulled a small pouch from his vest, spilled a silver key into his palm, and set it before me. "It was always yours." Marcus rose. "You can't—" I can, Edmund said, and I will. To Victor, proceed in the morning. Silence fell, heavy and honest. I lifted the key. Later, snow sifted across the driveway as I stepped out. Through the window, Edmund's silhouette held steady. I exhaled, lighter than I'd felt in years, finally. A week later, I drove to Cedar Crest Lane. The house waited, white walls, tall windows, a porch like an open hand. I turned the lock and crossed the threshold. The rooms echoed, not empty but clean. Justice didn't roar, it stood. I set the key on the sill and whispered, "Home,